A Guatemalan illegal immigrant murdered this beautiful young lady. And if Maryland didn't have a sanctuary policy, he would have been deported for prior crimes.
19-year-old Dakara Thompson, who police say was murdered and then thrown over a bridge off Route 50 in Annapolis. Now, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, who is the suspect in this case, ICE says is in the country illegally and living in Bowie, Maryland.
The Democrats have blood on their hands.
The state's attorney says that there will be next steps in this case. It is very much an ongoing investigation.
What did the state's attorney say about his status as someone in the country illegally?
Well, we asked about that. She said that's not her primary concern right now and that her focus is on justice for the victim and for the victim's family.
Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown issued guidance to local police departments Wednesday, reminding them that they are still bound by state law when working with federal agencies and are limited in what they can do in such partnerships. Among other limits, the guidance says Maryland officers may not ask a suspect's immigration status or extend a suspect's detention to determine their immigration status, must identify themselves by name and badge number, and cite a reason when making a traffic or other stop, must adhere to the state use of force. It pointedly says that Maryland officers may not enforce civil immigration laws or assist federal agents enforcing such laws.
Seems more politically motivated than legal guidance to me.
Responding to the memo, Maryland ICE Director Matthew Elliston saying AG Anthony Brown is correct. Federal agents can't force compliance, but specifically when it comes to turning inmates over. Elliston questioning why Brown would want to keep ICE out of jails.
And this is guidance, and that's a recommendation. He feels that we shouldn't. The one thing I will say is if I'm working trying to arrest MS-13 members and I'm trying to reach out to a local county gang unit, so your recommendation is that we don't work with a county gang unit to try to make the area safer? That seems like bad public policy and terrible for public safety.
Yes, it was bad for public safety because Hugo Hernandez Mendez had previously been arrested in Maryland for driving while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, operating a vehicle with a blood alcohol content, an open container of alcoholic beverage in a vehicle, operating a vehicle without due care, failure to comply with directions of a traffic control device, parking signs, marking, or directions, unsafe lane changing, person driving motor vehicle on highway and suspended license and privilege, reckless driving, negligent driving. So the murderer would have been deported if Maryland had cooperated with federal immigration officials. So you protesters are directly responsible for her death. Make sure you follow me or upvote my video.